this coming weekend, you've got the reggae one. It has been strange because a lot of people, and I said I've got an international audience. Oh, when is he going to do reggae or dancehall and stuff? And he did surprise us that you're doing a complete one. How did that sort of idea come to mind that you thought, okay, you know what? I know that internationally reggae and dancehall is big, maybe not as big in the US, but I'm going to go with a leap of faith here.
Well, I've always envisioned the reggae episode from the very beginning. I told you that volume 2 and 3, I knew right away.
Yeah.
But I also had ideas for all other themes, categories, eras. I knew very early on, I don't know if it was before 2 and 3 or right after, but I knew very early on, certainly by the time 3 was done, that I wanted to do a reggae edition.
Wow.
I don't look at reggae as global music or international music. I think it's as important and as relevant and significant in the US as any other kind of music that has affected my life.
Yeah.
Again, there is something very personal about this show. So all the artists and songs have affected me personally.
Yeah.
I've been playing dancehall records since I started playing hip hop records.
Wow.
I mean, I remember listening to Supercat Don Dada on repeat. That album was in my boombox the same way Naughty by Nature, A Tribe Called Quest was.
Yeah.
Growing up in New York City in the 90s, listening to Funk Master Flex on Hot 97, you heard dancehall records every time he played.
Wow.
But of course, reggae expands way beyond dancehall.
Mm.
And I celebrate all areas of reggae music on this show.
Wow.
This show spans the longest amount of time that any show has spanned. There are records on this show spanning 4 decades, and that is a first for Pass the Mic.
Wow.
I feature 21 individuals, 21 iconic individuals on this show, and I feature 16 iconic songs. That's the most number of songs that have ever been on a television episode, excluding the first 3.
Okay.
I wanted the pace to be rapid fire. It's part of reggae culture, and it's part of DJ culture to play reggae songs very fast, to keep them moving real fast. It's very similar in hip hop, but even more so
in
reggae, particularly dancehall. And I wanted the show to feel like that.
Wow.
And, back in June, I had Sean Paul and Beanie Man and Wayne Wonder on the show.
Yeah.
And the reaction was over the top. People loved those 3 segments. They were really highlights, not only of the show, of the series. And that was that was the cherry on the cake. Yeah, that was confirmation. I knew we had to do it. So, I don't so much as see it as global and international as I do see it as mainstream popular music. Every song on this edition of Pass the Mic that airs on Saturday was a massive hit record.
Okay.
I think there's like half a dozen Billboard pop #1s on this show.
Wow.
Not reggae charts, not hip hop charts, pop #1s. I think there's like half a dozen. You will be hard pressed to find a person that doesn't know every song on this show. I mean, these songs are enormous.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just another theme to celebrate. It's another era. But every song is just as iconic and prolific as every other song on every episode.
I mean, and we're definitely going to look forward to it. I mean, as I said, coming now, living in the UK, so and I know you're going to surprise us with guests, but people like Maxi Priest and Mr. Vegas and Shabba Ranks, and even members of the Marley family, and Supercat, and all these people that that we all know in Nigeria and the UK because of the Commonwealth of Jamaica and the West Indies. But I know when I moved to the US, certain songs were big, but not as well known as, say, in here. So it'd be great to see that. And as you said, the fast pace would mean that before we can even settle with one, we're going to be able to jump to the next one and really give the reggae its due promotion, because it's really held it down for popular music for a long, long time and stuff. So this is going to be really great, especially for reggae fans and black music fans and music fans.
And I'm so happy you brought up Maxi Priest. He was born in England, correct?
Yeah,
I think he was born in London, and so he represents unique things. You know, he represents a reggae artist who was born in England. He's not the only one. Obviously, we know that reggae music has a enormous following and stake in the culture in the UK.
Yeah.
And Maxi also represents a fusion of reggae and R&B music.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to represent that on the show because, you know, Pass the Mic is all about fusion. It's all about connection. It's all about bridge building. This show, I passed the mic to artists in 4 countries, which I also think is a first. It's the most number of countries we've passed the mic to, so to speak, on one show.
Okay, because I know the last time in Free, apart from going to Hakeem in Syria, I don't think you went outside the US in Free, but this would be interesting going to so we're not going to know which countries.
You won't know in advance, although we know England and Jamaica are 2 of them.
Okay.
So, you know, I haven't told anyone yet, but I'm going to Jamaica to watch the show. We're having a viewing party in Kingston, and it's going to be a fun weekend. So the dead zone you've seen on Instagram is about to end.
Oh, goodness gracious. You know, a Nigerian background. Would you ever consider an Afrobeat one? Because it's now becoming a big, you know,
100%.
Okay.
100%. You know, the sky's the limit.
Okay.
The sky has always been the limit. So, you know, I've been asked many times, do you have enough ideas to keep going? And, you know, I said, there's many things I have in store for Pass the Mic, but if I continue to do television shows in the format I have, there will be no shortage of ideas. That's for sure.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, to press the notification bell so that you can be notified when we do have a new interview. Loads to come, but thanks a lot for watching.
I begin to